Okay, guys. I started this video just a while ago, and then I just want to continue from where I stopped. This is covering the book launch that the former wife of the late president of Nigeria. Oh, I said the former wife, the wife of the former president of Nigeria, late Muhammadu Buhari, presented here, talking about the life of Buhari and things that he did, the special circumstances that was pretty much, surrounding his tenure in office as the president of Nigeria. I see the whole thing also as a PR stunt. She's aware that people were not really happy with the way the husband did, run the government at the time. And possibly she's coming out to say, oh, he was a good man, but then he had a lot of bad people around him. Well, I will leave you guys to judge. Part of the thing we had was, I think we just listened to Buba Maura. Buba Maura was the Lagos military administrator at the time. And we just want to go on and then conclude. I think Tinubu also, the current president of Nigeria, did talk and gave his own speech with respect to the life of Buhari, hammering on his discipline and him being a respectable person. Okay, we'll look at that and then we go on and talk about other things that happened today in Nigeria, other drama, other small talks and all that. We'll just mix all around so that we can have a good show for you guys today. Thanks. If you've not subscribed, please do help, like, subscribe. Your comments are welcome. But just welcome to the show. Thanks.
Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I don't know what this is.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your Excellency, the President of Gambia. Your Excellency, the First Lady of Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Remu Tinubu. Your Excellency, the former First Lady, Mrs. Buhari, Your Excellencies, the governors here present, the Sultan of Sokoto, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I felt honored standing before you to respectfully comment on a father, a gallant soldier, a commander, and people's general, that is late President Buhari. You'll agree with me that even in death, General Buhari earned the respect and support or commendation of teeming supporters of his from all walks of life. This is even demonstrated here on this occasion or at this gathering, which was initiated by his loving wife, his children, other supporters, and endorsed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who supported the occasion. President Tinubu, as we know, is a brother, is a friend, is an ally, and political strategist of President Buhari.
I love that political strategist part. Okay.
I recall in 2019, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was shuttling between Lagos and Abuja as master strategist to ensure that President Buhari got re-elected in 2019 for the second.
For the second time, that's what I wanted to say. Again, 2019 was an election that Buhari shouldn't have even, presented himself for if we actually had him as a statesman. Because it was clear as day around 2017 that, nothing was going to move forward. It was 2017, I knew. I gave the guy 2 years. He got in 2015. I was like, by 2017, if this guy has not performed or has not done something remarkably well with respect to directing the ship of the nation, then I'm out of here. It was in 2017. It was in 2017 I left that country because 2015, we knew that we were heading for the rocks. Okay. Jonathan had people within his government that were really bent on, destroying the nation. Corruption, Alison Madweke. You had even this guy from CBN that was heading CBN at that time. The CBN governor, who was Emefiele, and people were like, you know what? This guy is not. We don't really know what's happening. The subsidy thing and all that, and nothing was done. So that was in 2015. So Buhari took over. And there was this popular saying when Buhari took over that, things started becoming normal just with the body language of the president. The president was like, what does body language is not institution, body language is not reforms. And when the evildoer knew that this guy, there was actually nothing that would happen to them if they actually continue in their wrong, corrupt ways, and they saw that Buhari was not actually there again, they just doubled down. And the whole thing became a mess.
And I was privileged to see part of the strategist marshaled out by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And it gave me confidence when a delegation from EU visited my office and raised concern that they hope none of the agencies will do something to rig the election in favor of General Buhari. Confidently, I replied to them that President Buhari has never and will never, ever ask anybody to rig an election for him. He had his consistent number of votes from the time he started contesting for an election in this country.
Okay,
so as such, he will never do that. Then,
yeah, Buhari may never do that, but that doesn't mean people won't do it on his behalf. And that's what we're facing too. Buhari may not be the one stealing the money personally. That doesn't mean he didn't have ministers or other people that were doing that on his behalf. We should be able to not conflict both. Okay? Well, his first time as a leader of Nigeria being the military head of state also. There was also these complaints that, you can say he's a disciplined guy and he's not corrupt, but then there were a lot of people under his government that were really corrupt, and it just turns a blind eye, to them.
And I told them that if you are thinking of somebody rigging an election here in this country, even though there is no perfect election anywhere in the world, we recall in America, for instance, when Al Gore said, it is too close to call. But it is not going to happen here. Nobody is going to rig anybody here. After the election, when General Buhari won the election, the EU delegation, one of them came to me and said, congratulations. What you told us is the truth. I said, no. I have the opportunity of going through some strategies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think he read The Arts of War, which said, war is politics with bloodshed, and politics is war without bloodshed. And he perfected everything. He reviewed it and ensured that all the predictions he made, they came to pass. The states that are considered with higher number of voters, Lagos, Kano, Bauchi, Katsina, and so on, all were cleared by President Buhari. And the moment you had this, you have an edge over your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So they were convinced that definitely the election was free and fair. And that is the strategy we stood on. Let me just also tell you that during my working experience, or working under President Buhari, I learned a lot of things. One, aside from him being an honest person, very meticulous, he is a man of justice and fairness. You cannot write any report on him or bring any report on him on somebody, and then he will just accept it. He has to scrutinize it, ask you questions, and so on.
Okay.
So whenever we got to him, we felt you have to know what you are doing before you even start talking to him, because he will take you up. And especially the intelligence report, he will tell you that, look, I have so many sources to verify your report. Based on that, he put you on your toes. 2, President Buhari has never, ever interfered in what we do.
Maybe that's not a perfect one, though. As a leader, you can delegate, but you can't delegate responsibility. You can delegate authority, but you can't delegate responsibility. Maybe if you had gotten involved more in what you guys were doing, possibly Nigeria would have been better for it.
When he assigned us to investigate the petition against the then CBN governor, I went back to him and said, sir, in the course of this investigation, I will step on toes. Then he looked at me, adjusted his seat, and asked me, have I ever asked you or interfered with your job? I said, never, never, sir. You have not. He said, okay, go. Even if it is Yusuf, you find one thing, deal with him. Don't come back to me.
I guess Yusuf is his son.
I also learned something from him. He is very fearless.
Okay.
On 2 different occasions, we had a report that if he attends an occasion in one of the states, or in Kogi, for instance, there will be a breach of security. That report was passed to him when they were airborne, and the CSO and the SCOP told him that there are some people who are trying to breach the security when you arrive in Kogi. So we better turn and return to Abuja. He said, I will not. I must attend that occasion. Then he looked at the CSO and said, tell your DG, why are you here? If you can't take measures to safeguard or to save lives and property, then you have no business being there. That forced us to take a lot of measures to ensure that that breach of security did not occur. As a matter of fact, the man who was there is a suicide bomber. He detonated himself elsewhere when he discovered that he cannot penetrate the venue.
Okay.
When he was to go to Maiduguri also, we alerted him of possible security breach. He said, no, he must attend, he must go. So on several occasions, when you tell him about the security report, he will tell you, why are you there? He challenged you. You must put measures in place to safeguard lives and property. Not only...
Yeah, I just wish that this can also be extended to the citizens, those people who have put you there, those people who have put you into power. I just wish that that can also be extended.
The dignitaries, but all and sundry. President Buhari has a sense of humor. When I went to him and said, sir, there is a social media report saying that, or inviting people to your wedding party. He looked at me and laughed. So I dismissed myself.
Okay.
When I came out, I said, well, this president is still a born-again Democrat. Instead of him to ask me to go and investigate the source of that report, he just dismissed it. And I said, well, he still believes in one man, one vote. That is, he will never add another wife. May God bless his soul. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, so that was the chairman, of, I think, security.
Congratulations for today.
Okay, this is the president of Nigeria.
God bless you.
Now, I think his speech should be the final one, and then we'll move on.
All members of the National Assembly, the state governors, particularly the governor of Katsina, Kaduna, and all other governors here present. Members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the Buhari family, members of diplomatic corps, former state governors, former ministers, former security advisors, traditional rulers, particularly His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, former service chiefs and former IGPs, the book author and reviewer, gentlemen of the press, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, it is my profound honor to be here to celebrate the late President, Muhammadu Buhari. A leader who embodied quiet strength, discipline, and an enduring grace rooted in service to people, humanity, and the rest of the world. On this occasion of the launch of his biography, I extend the nation's warmest embrace to her, Aisha. You've seen so much, and you've supported him greatly. I know you miss him. The children and the grandchildren, you have my condolence. You will find comfort in knowing that the prayers of Nigerians are with you and that the Buhari's name will continue to inspire noble services for generations yet unborn.
Okay.
The measure of a leader is simply not the offices he held or the motorcade that accompanied him.
Okay.
It was in what persists when rain falls silent. President Muhammadu Buhari left behind a reputation of integrity, a Spartan lifestyle, and the belief that public office is a trust and not a windfall. He was my friend, my compatriot, my partner. And I stand here not just, excuse me, as president, but as a brother, friend, and political partner who shared a journey with President Buhari throughout challenging times.
Fair enough.
Together, we built a broad coalition, campaigned across the country, and proved that Nigeria could chart a new course. Our movement united diverse interests and achieved an historic victory in 2015 by unseating an incumbent president, thus reshaping Nigeria's political landscape. The coalition we built in 2014 is now the fastest growing political party in Africa today. And that growth continues. The book reinforces the public's memory. It outlines achievements and flaws, as all honest histories should do. It should motivate future leaders to learn lessons rather than repeat slogans. Buhari was just a simple man, honest, respected, unassuming, and full of good sense of humor in his simplicity. In that spirit, let us reflect on the enduring pillars of President Muhammadu Buhari's legacy. First, humility.
Okay.
President Buhari preferred simplicity over ornamentation. He believed that a leader must first discipline in himself before he can discipline a system. He lived modestly, and he carried the dignity of that modesty into power. Second, security. President Muhammadu Buhari recognized that security is the foundation of citizenship and prosperity. He invested in platforms and personnel, improved capacity across our armed forces, and pushed for reform that endured beyond headlines. He understood that safety requires protection, both in state and in its citizens. Third, with vision, he understood the importance of long-term thinking, constructing bridges, restoring railways, building roads, modernizing our airports, renewing critical infrastructure, while prioritizing maintenance and sustainability. Fourth, social justice. He believed in targeted social investment to ensure that the state did not ignore the poor and the vulnerable. These are the pillars of his legacy.
I think Tinubu is just being, how will I call it here? Magnanimous again. To be honest with you, because a lot of what he's saying and some of the things he's preaching, if you ask an average person, they have different opinion about that. But again, what do you expect, at this kind of gathering, especially when the guy was a member of your party? That's just the way it is.
But a legacy is given greater meaning when those who follow choose to continue what has been started. That is my duty, and I pledge that one today.
No, what do you expect? It has to be a real echo chamber. He's this party guy. What a real echo chamber. Buhari was such a visionary. How come we are less safe with terrible infrastructure? That's a fair point. Again, like I did mention, that if you expect that he would say Buhari is a less visionary leader, then that means you're just trying to kind of expect something that is impossible. That's what it's gonna say. He did well and all this and that. It's an echo chamber, yeah.
President Muhammad Buhari loved this country consistently, morning after morning, decision after decision, straight through to the oath he took. That is why even those who disagree with him often acknowledged his honesty. Our political journey together taught me that cooperation across differences is not weakness, it is wisdom. Nation building demands that we complete passionately and we compete dispassionately. Govern responsibly. President Muhammadu Buhari understood that the contest ends when the oath begins. In his memory, let us keep our politics honorable and our governance focused on results. Nigeria is greater than any tribe, language, faith, or political party. This book reminds us that one life lived with restraint and responsibility can inspire a nation. True nation building is the work not just of leaders, but of the entire citizenry. I thank the author of this book for enriching.
Will posterity forgive the political elites for this daylight robbery on Nigerian for this blatant lie? My brother Tinubu did not say anything unexpected. All he said were true. You may be blinded by your hatred. Again, that being said, okay, he is playing his role as a party member, but we can always also judge by the reality on ground. There's no hatred for anybody here. Show me the numbers, show me the metrics, okay? Show me how Buhari took Nigeria, okay, to that safe haven. Show me how, after so many years, we are not paying back for some of the decisions that Buhari made. That was just purely, I would say, purely clueless, okay? So it's not a matter of hatred, it's just a matter of reality. Okay, it's true with George. The numbers also, facts don't care about how you feel, about someone or the other. How was the value of Naira when Buhari took over to the value of Naira now, as you have it, compared to other foreign currencies? Those are just the true thing, okay? And the jury is out there for everyone to judge, okay? And that's it. And even the wife's book, which hopefully we get more out of it, has come out to say there were a lot of things that happened during his rule, that were really, really not good. And that's it.
Our collective memory for collecting facts and testimonies and for refusing to reduce a complex life to simple lines. May this book reach widely into classrooms, libraries, and the quiet desk of young Nigerians as they decide what kind of leader they wish to become. My dear brother, President Muhammadu Buhari, though you are no longer with us, your impact endures. We will honor and build upon your legacy, not just by invoking your name, but by delivering results with discipline, compassion, and resolve. May Almighty Allah grant him mercy and Jannatul Firdaus and bring comfort to all of you, the family members, immediately. May he bless Nigeria with unity, wisdom, and peace. Nigeria will endure, prevail, and prosper through our efforts and God's grace. Thank you very much. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay, yeah.
Thank
So that's it. I mean, that's it. The president spoke, and yeah, they did the unveiling of the big book. Targeting, his history, what happened in his office. There was a little bit of a snippet when the author spoke. Talk about a lot of things. How Buhari was during his years, in power. The gang up, the cabals, the people that rose up against the persons that just spoke, Tinubu. All the details are in the book. People are saying they're not going to buy. Some people are saying they're going to buy it. It all just depends on which side you're looking at. His life from. Again, yet Nigerians tag a disgraced country of particular concern. Again, we cannot deny the fact that it was overwhelming for him. And I said it then. It came in 2015, the first 2 years of Buhari. No, not the first 2 years, the first few months of him, things were like kind of shaping up. There was this popular saying that, the body language of the president, people started behaving. And after a while, people saw that, there's really nothing there. And people went back and relapsed into their bad behavior. Corruption did swell, subsidy, corruption, which was one of the major problems that Nigeria grappled with during the years of Buhari. Really took, a big toll on the reserves and all that. The reserve is being built back up currently. I know the net reserve when Tinubu got into power was around 3 billion. Now it's around 45 with the latest number. So again, we'll see what happens. But that's the whole thing. Even at some point, the wife was kind of angry with the people around the president, and he came out with some outbursts at some point in time. During even when his husband was still in office. But again, the jury is there to judge. This book was written by the wife, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's it. I started, watching the video a while ago, and at some point I just felt so tired I had to just take a little bit of a rest and then come back to complete it. So that's where things stand now. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I did cover the issue with Dangote. Dangote is, I think the gloves are off right now, with Dangote and the chairman of the NMDPRA. You guys don't like the truth. Say something. You're not the usual bandwagon. What is your truth? I mean, again, you say we should say the truth. Truth about what? About the fact that Nigeria didn't do well under Buhari. I mean, that's just the fact. It's not even. See, I may even kind of say, okay, fine, this guy, personally, I don't have any issues with him. But the fact is that when he was president, we all know this truth, okay? Yeah. The president ordinarily holds his loyalty to the Nigerian state, not to Buhari's dark age he brought to Nigeria. So at this point, and this is where people say, I'm neither here or there. See, the president, number one, okay, owes the truth to Nigeria. But number two, also, this guy is a personal friend and ally of Buhari. Okay. Number three, one of the reasons he's president today is because Buhari stood for him, even though he didn't do it in an overt way, even though he didn't contest, he didn't actually campaign rigorously with him the way he did for Buhari. But to be honest with you, I think that he holds it to Buhari that is also the president today. So if you're expecting that they will come in there and tell you that the Buhari's tenure was bad, then you're not going to get the real thing. Yeah. So again, with respect to that, I mean, you can make of it whatever, but again, in my own judgment and in my own assessment of Buhari's tenure, I think that there were a lot of things that went south. There were a lot of things that it got wrong. And it's painful to me personally, because if I had known, again, people ask me this question, that if we go back to 2015, knowing how, if we're faced with the same scenario, again, let's say what happened in 2015, the first time when Buhari became president, where you have a country that was actually being mismanaged. You had a lot of issues and all that. And then you have this guy that, was head of state, and there were reports that he wasn't corrupt and all of that. And even though people had, concerns about, some of the things he did then, even as a military head of state, and you compare the two, again, it's still going to be a very difficult decision. But down in the line of his presidency, by 2017, I knew that something was off. And even then, I was telling my friend that, once I give this guy 2 years, once he's not doing anything major, once he's not rewriting the story and all that, it's over. It's over. I was even surprised that, they had to bring him back 2017, because that's just the way the country runs. The second time is always kind of, tapped in and locked in, except if you're a Jonathan, though. Yeah, so again, that was it. But we'll see what happens. So Farouk Ahmed, the battle is on between Dangote and Farouk Ahmed, engineer Farouk Ahmed. Dangote is bringing out some serious allegation here, talking about how the guy spent almost 5 million with respect to the children's school fees. There's been two sides here. Some people are saying that, it's an allegation, which it is. And then secondly, people are like, okay, fine, should be able to afford it. Now there's been, there's been an additional update to that, saying that actually the guy didn't spend the 5 million because the kids got a scholarship of around 40 to 65%. Okay, so that it might not totally be $5 million. But again, the allegation has been made. ICPC has been triggered to look into it, and then we'll just follow up the story and see what happens. Let's be sensitive to protecting the minor. That's what someone did comment. While dragging their parents or guardians out, please. Minors have a right to privacy, regardless of who their parents are, and it exposes them to all sorts of risk. Okay, Dangote, how naming kids in schools. And schools like a school registrar, Farouk, your move, scholarship receipt or not, Nigerian soap opera just leveled up, who needs Nollywood? At this point in time, it becomes, it becomes number one, Dangote is trying to win in the court of public opinion. Number two, again, I think Dangote seems to be frustrated with sabotage and the likes. And he has personally said his company has encountered not less than 20 different sabotage based on his own, analysis that Dangote Refinery has gone through over time. So I think he's just frustrated. We'll see what happens with it. But I don't expect the president to remove engineer Farouk Ahmed at this point in time without any due, investigation. I think is innocent, okay, until proven otherwise. So I'll just take it at that. I hate, this was what they did to Kemi Adeosun when she was the finance minister of Buhari. People just came up with this NYSC stuff, and then they expected, the government, Buhari, to remove her, and before we knew it, she was gone. Okay, so I will wait for a thorough investigation, if any, and if there's any defense also from Farouk Ahmed, yeah, so be it. But that's the fight as we have it now. Let me see. Okay, so that's that about that. Let me see if I have some other political news to actually cover before I go back to X. Nigerian businesswoman Folorunsho Alakija has built and donated 34 billion naira medical research and training hospital to Osun State University. Wow, this is really cool, and the building looks great. I would say. So I think, you had Oshibajo there. Okay, you have the governor of Osun State, and I think this is Folorunsho Alakija. Okay, wow, Modupe Folorunsho Alakija, Medical Research Training Hospital, Osun State. Well, that's cool. At least now they do have something, and this is Osun State University. I remember then the Lautech was what's it called again? So there's this Ladoke Akitola University, which was owned by the old Oyo Empire, before Osun was carved out. And they had the university in Ogbomosho, and then they had the teaching hospital in Osun State. So I don't really know the state of things now. The president presents a speech without this fairy tale. This speech is an insult to our collective sensibility, shows he may not offer much himself. Well, yeah, I think he did what he was expected to do based on that, and it was more of a ceremony to celebrate the life of Buhari. So I wouldn't expect for him to go off of that script, as it were. Okay, so that's it. I need you to go to Mele Ikari and ask him. Okay, let me look at this. I think I listened to this yesterday.
And ask him how many sabotages the Port refinery repairs went through. I think he'll be able to tell you. But I'm telling you, he told me many times they have had more than 100 sabotages at the refinery. You can ask him, he will tell you. So our own, yes, when they even sabotage you, they go and remove. We have a boiler, boiler? 400 tons is the largest boiler ever built in the world. It was under operation. Somebody went there and removed a spare parts out of it. If I tell you the sabotages that we went through, including some of the machine manufacturers who are in verge of going to court, so I cannot tell you what. But if I now go and tell you, you will now know what I'm saying. And that's why I told you that drugs mafia, they are actually smaller than the people who are in oil and gas. Because in the drug, most of people who are in the drugs, yourselves. But in the oil sector, they have robbed so many people in. So about whether somebody will, I mean, you should ask now, how come now, for example, all the pipelines that we built, right from the military days to date, none of them. The one that we have, which is from where I am from, Kano, that depot, we are not using trucks. The depots were only going to the trucks to load. Everything was piped up to there. 22 depots were built. They are all piped. All the 22 depots, actually even the sediments, they don't have it anymore. They have destroyed the pipes, all of them. So if it's not sabotage, is that earthquake? It's not earthquake now, because it's sabotage. Sabotage is sabotage. So that is what it is. I mean, we knew, in this refinery, we have lost maybe 82 million, right? Dollars of stolen items. Yes, $82 million of stolen items. And what they were actually trying to do is to make sure that, we go and put massive claim on insurance. So when we put massive claim on insurance, there's no free lunch. So continuously our insurance premium will just keep going up. So, yes, there is sabotage, there is. And I'm sure, you should go and ask all the people who have even built, the modular refineries. And I challenge any one of them to say that nothing was stolen. And people will come here with long distance, they will cut cables and put it, rope it on their body to try and see how they can take it out. And when you ask them, okay, fine, what are you doing with it? It's just sabotage. That's why we have more security people in this refinery than actual workers of the refinery.
Yeah. So again, that's it. Is Tinubu the first president to not listen to him? This one has turned activist, or it's all staging and setting. Yeah. Again, to be honest with you, I think that I think that he is raised some allegations that should be looked into. I say that the CEO of the regulatory body is innocent until proven guilty. And that being said, when you have $20 billion on the line, and you are actually, people, there are actively people that are against the success of that refinery. This is the same thing that happens also to the power generation. Okay, how come the government has not been able to fix power for so many years? Okay, how come? So again, these are the questions. Now, if he goes into power now and over-generates power, then people will come again after him. Like, he's the only one. And again, you could have your own argument with respect to the preferential treatment that he has gotten from successive government, from Obasanjo to Jonathan, to Buhari, and now even to Tinubu. But at the same time, I think that he's also growing through some level of sabotage. And I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But that being said, I think that Farouk Ahmed should be deemed innocent until proven otherwise. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, I'm going to move on. So this lady,
Okay,
I don't
you
even know if I want to
called,
listen to this. It's a very long live show. But again, I covered the news, and that's it. But except they give him license to run interstate pipeline. But mathematically, the refinery is dead on arrival, except they give him license to run interstate pipeline. I think he's able to. I think his model is just for him to deliver, vis-a-vis. Again, it's competition, right? Every other person importing PMS, okay, would also be facing the same challenge of delivery and all that. So again, I think that he's still relying on using the trucks and all that. And the challenge with pipeline also is how safe are they? Because he did mention that pipelines are not actually safe because there's a lot of sabotage even on that one too. And this is not the first time we've seen different localities and villages. People just go bust the pipeline and start scooping out petroleum. There's also the attitude of people, okay, and we can also deny that. I'm gonna move on. Dangote has been trending in the news for a while now. The issue with this lady, I guess is 50% content, 50% of heartbreak. I just want to see. She went on that Freeze's live show and to tell her own side of the story. And let's see if we can actually watch one or two things. Again, it's just gonna be more relaxing, really, than talking about Dangote.
Pastor for out recent.
Oh, it's breaking.
What led to that call out?
Okay. You remember the time I posted my evacuation video that you came to the house and interviewed me too. Actually, you came to look out for me. I insisted that I need to speak out. You came with your daughter, yeah. So that was
okay.
the period we were having issue. The truth is, Chris Okafor and I, we've been dating since 2017.
Wow.
And,
wow, that's a long time, bro. 2017 to now. That's like 8 years. What?
When I met him, he was single because he said he'd been divorced for a while. When I met him, I didn't even know he was a pastor. We met on a walkway at the first CID headquarters, Abuja. So he approached me, and then his bouncers tried to stop me. We entered the car, he collected my number.
I don't understand how some of these pastors just have bouncers all around. I mean, this Chris Okafor, I don't see him as a particularly popular pastor that has this big crowd. So why does he go around with bouncers? I guess a lot of them are celebrities though. Okay.
Number. This can be confirmed by my colleague, Choma Okoye. So that was what happened. And after that, they invited me to his church.
Okay.
He just invited me to an address in Ojodu Bega. It was in the night. So when I got there, it was a big church, and that was a crossover night. They had already closed around 12:01. So one of his pastors received me. Pastor Sylvester was one who came down to receive me, and I went to his office.
Okay.
He told me he liked me and that
this is a man of God, though.
Been divorced, but he has daughters and his son. So he also said he was going to the village, and in summary, he traveled for Christmas. I also traveled for Christmas. Then he invited me to his village. It's Anambra State, but very close to Okigwe. So from Umuahia, I'm drive through Okigwe to his village. So that was how we met. Introduced me to his parents. I stayed over in the house. Then later, when I was leaving, I drove to that place. When I was leaving, he gave me his escort to follow me because they were driving behind me because of security. It was a bit late when I was leaving this house. So that was it. Then this happened 2017. From then on, we started dating. So.
I want to ask,
okay.
What was the relationship like?
It was love.
Oh, really? I don't know that. Okay, so you dated someone since 2017 up until now, and you haven't been able to put that ring on it and clock it or whatever. And yeah, at some point you have to just be realistic to yourself that it wasn't going anywhere. Okay, whatever it is that you guys spoke about and all that. But again, it's their personal issue, but they brought it to the internet, so we're gonna react to it, okay?
Are you sure it was love?
Yes. It was love because I would call it love at first sight.
Okay, and now she's really battered because she's promising to sue the guy. Okay, she's promising to sue the guy. I think this is Linda KG Block.
When you apologize to me, that you saw it on Twitter. I told you that they say they will pay some people if they have paid you. Cause the people that sue the man boy. When he called me yesterday, I said, Chris now my ex-boyfriend, I know they lie. Before Chris go beg me to go buy me house. Now when I date for 7-8 years, he leave me.
So again, it's transactional. I mean, the way I'm saying this seems to be transactional. Okay?
Since 2017, you don't give me money. The only money where I collect from that man at 300,000. Now you say you no go. My lawyer they write my demands. No, they make me look like I know they demand anything. My lawyer is writing my demand. This man told me to leave my marriage.
What? Oh. And you obeyed. He told you and you obeyed. Can you imagine?
My lawyer they write my demands. No, they make me look like I know they demand anything. My lawyer is writing my demand. This man told me to leave my marriage.
And you left.
This man left me like this, shattered. And he wants to marry. No, now he go settle me now, bro. Calm down. No, they talk like that. My lawyer is writing my demands. No, be that voice. I knew when Cassie was talking to me that he was going, D1, calm down. The money where they give you, collect some. They do the damage control, they go. I know it's not my right at the.
Yeah, I know most Nigerians are not presently very busy. Most people are social media space with these trivialities. Well, unfortunately, this is what the algorithm pushes out. Again, even if you don't want to talk about it, this is like it's been on my space. again, this Pella guy, I think that the guy's now been arrested. He went to bash his car and all that. I think it's just the nature of Nigerians. Again, unfortunately, that's what it is. So we talk about political news, which is a little bit tense there. We got to just chill out with some of these trivialities also, just to put a balance to it.
Ask for now 9 years. I do 7 years of knocking.
What the heck?
Back to I go calm down. If please settle me, buy me house. What's I dey stop a marriage for now? Guy, calm down. My lawyer they put the demand. My lawyer is coming out soon. Forget this damage control. Now dead on arrival. No need of ask me. Come ask me. I go talk and say.
So she wants to have retrospective settlement. I mean, that's what this is all about.
I will tell you. This is what they say. I don't know, man. Like at this point, you don't understand. 2017. Brother die. I go sell. I don't go make demands. Now lie, by Stamasha. When I say they no say we don't demand, write our demand. Calm down, our demand they come. It's in the law. You
Which
go
law?
buy me house. D1, forget this. Don't make.
Okay, so again, I mean, that's the reality. Again, this is just more of transaction. Okay, so let me just continue here. And I'm not going to listen. This is a 1 hour, 14 minutes. I'm not going to listen to everything. I'm just going to skip. What do they call it now? I'm just going to skim watch it, right?
I'm an adult. I should be able to know what love is. A relationship where you kiss, you make love all the time. He's always missing you. He will call you on the video.
Yeah, because it was just setting you up now. You know, again, what do you expect? Let me just fast
He's
forward.
talking to somebody. I'm on the. He's using the other phone, the earpiece. I'm there listening to him and the person. Some of his church members, he'll be talking to them. I'll be there. So we're that close.
She was part of the ministry. Did she say it's in the law? I don't know which law she's reading. No. Again, I mean, she can get whatever she wants. She just has to, you know, act mature about it. Again, I don't even understand this whole thing. A supposed man of God, right? And all this story. It's crazy.
We're that close that will make video calls, make love in the video and all that. So I tell you that was love for me.
Okay. So what led to the breakup?
Okay, so, you know, when 2018 we dated, then 2017, 2018, 2019, my mom wanted me to get married. I had someone I knew before I met him, which is my ex-husband. You know, so I had left my ex-husband because he was toxic, even before I met Dr. Chris. So my ex-husband was
but that's
all
not.
over
But that's not your story now. You're saying that he actually told you to leave.
Pastor Chris was not the one that made you leave your ex-husband.
He was.
Okay,
But you said you left him before you met Pastor Chris.
I'd left him as a boyfriend.
Oh.
I met my ex-husband 2012 in Dubai.
Man, this guy.
Okay.
Yes, so he came and they did introduction. After that, that was when I realized that
was Chris when you were doing introduction with another man?
2012, I had not met Pastor Chris.
Okay, so you did introduction.
After the introduction, he was the toxic person. I didn't marry him.
Oh, okay.
I broke up, so he relocated to South Africa. We were not even talking. For years, he kept calling. My ex-husband was very obsessed with me. My ex-husband is that person that will give you 200 missed calls. So that wasn't.
I mean, for a guy that would give somebody 200, allegedly, right? I think he's already is out of it. Why would you be giving someone 200 missed calls for what?
Working for me, so I wasn't dating him before I met Pastor Chris. Then when I met Pastor Chris, then my dad died. I met him 2017. That same 2017, my dad died. And it was that same period, 2018, 2019. Then my ex-husband now got into my family. Everybody now said, this guy loves you. He wants to marry you. Why don't you give him a chance? So, and after then, I told my ex that I was not in love with him. So I'm saying this in a live broadcast. My ex is watching, so I shouldn't be lying on him. because I still have the chat. Even this thing I'm saying, I still have my chat with my ex-husband on phone and Facebook when I told him I didn't have feelings for him. And he told me if we marry that the feelings will come. So when somebody is that pressured, my mom said, okay, marry. And I told Chris I wanted to get married. Though Chris said I should not marry the guy. That
Okay, so why do men take such risk? Did Dr. Chris not know that this type of people will scandalize them to hell and back? Yeah, but Dr. Chris also know what he's looking at, man. Dr. Chris knows what led him to this, because this is not like she was already married, I mean, and all that. Dr. Chris told her to leave, you know, and all those stories. So again, I mean, it's introduction. Yeah, her story is not straight. She was married before. She was married before. So I think she's trying to kind of call the ex-husband the same thing as boyfriend or something.
I should wait for
Yeah.
him. But eventually,
But why would you are in a relationship with Chris and you are sleeping with Chris, and then you have another person you're in a relationship with, because before you marry, you can't just marry, you'll be sleeping. So at any point where you double dealing the two of them, just
no, my ex-husband was not in Nigeria.
That's the only
He was
question.
communicating with my parents.
It's all over the internet, bro. That's the reality. Yeah, that's the reality. So again, this has been trending for a while, and the other guy now is married. So
Like I said, we knew 2012, 2013, 2014. Then he beat me up and we broke up. But he wasn't giving up. So he kept calling with my parents. But for me, I was already moving on. Do you understand? So he wasn't in Nigeria, he was in South Africa.
okay.
Then I now met Dr. Chris. So for me, Dr. Chris was my boyfriend. You can always have a boyfriend, then have someone who calls you or disturbs you. Dr.
She needs therapy. No? Imagine what she just said now. I mean, this is interesting. You can always have this and have somebody who calls. She's not as a serious person.
Chris knew the story. I told him about the guy. You know, my last relationship before I met him. So when this guy insisted I marry
Both of them
him,
are foolish,
even
right?
had to the extent of buying me a car, giving me gifts, giving my family gifts and all that. So my mom said, okay, why don't you consider him, since he said he has changed? So I told Chris, I said, my mom wants me to marry this guy and all that. Chris said I should wait for him, though he wasn't ready as at that time, but I should wait for him. And I said no, because there's a pressure for me to marry and all that. So that was how I married this guy. And the communication between me and Chris ceased a bit. But my marriage was very toxic. I'll tell you for free that if my husband is watching and he knows that I was living.
Which one is my husband again? Use ex now. My ex-husband. This woman nowhere. She's just all over the place.
3 to 2 weeks. I'll leave and come back. He'll beat me. I'll come back. It was that bad. So the marriage back and forth we married 2019. 2022 was I think 2021 ending towards November. I was in Abuja, then I visited Chris in Lagos. Then we talked. I told him what I'm going through in the marriage and all that. So
I mean, while the world was going through COVID, this is what these guys were busy doing, just messing around, huh? And I assume Chris will still be going to his church to minister every Sunday. I mean, I don't even understand under which auction that one is ministering.
Me and all that. Then I left. My ex now said I should come back. When I got back, my ex told me that he got someone pregnant. I met a young lady in the house with a child. And the girl said that the child belongs to my ex-husband. And I, we had that issue, had that fight. He sent the lady away. But long story short, he got someone pregnant. And the person gave birth.
Okay.
So when the lady left, then I was with him that 2021, 2022. He started beating me again to a point that he said he will frustrate me to a point that I will leave the house myself. So I wasn't happy. And while I was there that January, Chris was always calling me.
But Chris liked you so much. How did he allow you to enter another relationship? Yeah.
That's a good question. This is a super story. We are nothing but pencil in the end of the grade. A lot of things that is happening. And this is what we just know. We just got to know this week. So this has been happening for the past 4, 5, 6, and 7 years. And we just got to know like everything escalated this week. So my question is, what about every other thing that is happening that we don't even have any clue about? Sorry, but tangling this with this type of people only, tangling with this kind of type of people only brings scandals. Yeah, I mean, Chris knew what he saw, right? Under which ministry is this pastor, Chris? People attending the church are lost, too. I mean, at least you have so many churches, right? So again, I don't know how people, don't question the people that are placed under them to serve as shepherd. You have to be sure, like this person coming and preaching, like is he even living the life, right? And I'm not saying that everybody is perfect, but again, is he even living the life, right?
I don't know. That was
if
I
you
don't
were
know.
so close to him and you were in love like you claim,
Mm-hmm.
why did you go and marry somebody else? That part is the part
That part is the part I also got a bit confused, because the moment I got married, Chris kept on calling me even while I was in marriage.
Wow.
Like I still have the chats where he said I hurt him. It's just that I can't press the chat here. He has the dates of this time I'm telling you, where Chris was even saying that I hurt him by going back, because while I was in my marriage, I wasn't happy. And because Chris also has been there.
Okay. Okay. So now it's more like a tango, right?
Remember, Chris is a pastor, right?
I know, we don't remember.
And this relationship is not public. It's not something that he wants everybody to know. It is between. Listen, I'm telling you, Emeka role as my national president. The second time Chris invited me to their village, I went with my national president.
Yeah, people are saying that we should check our mental health and mental balance. Yeah, she did harm herself over the weekend. She did harm herself, blood everywhere. Yeah. And now she's coming out with demands saying that Chris should buy her a house.
If you bring my national president there, he will tell you, I took him there and we even saw Chris' mother. So this thing I'm saying, that at least my national president is a witness.
Okay. And again, guys, have you also noticed that it's like every other two weeks now there are issues? If it's not Regina, it's going to be this one, then it's going to be another one, and it's just been crazy.
Going forward to this, while I was in marriage, when I was depressed. I was depressed. Someone who her husband beats, my husband will go out, come back in the middle of the night, by 2, 3 a.m. I'll serve him food. I'll go to his pocket. I will see hotel receipts. So it was that bad that he was really beating me. My marriage wasn't a good one. And that I will tell you for free. And I will always find peace talking to Chris, because he was my ex too. I was already married. And Chris also always tell me, I love you.
If you at any time sleep with Pastor Chris while you were still with your husband,
Doctor, that the Frisbee asking rhetorical question. We don't remember. Who don't remember is a pastor. I'm assuming that the man who has doctor as a prefix to his name is educated and not to know when a person does not appear to be of sound mind. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't even work. Even at times, professors. See what happens in universities now. See what happens in universities. Even professors too. A lot of stuff, right? So again, I think at the end of the day, right, there's a depravity of the human mind that at times people just do stuff that are really that you think like this is just crazy. So again, that Dr. Chris, we don't even know if he's a real doctor or if he's honorary. I might have to actually check that one out.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
No, we didn't. I didn't. But while I was in my husband's house, I'll send you a video on your WhatsApp. Maybe you cannot. At this point, I don't care and I don't even mind.
Be careful of what you send, though. There are laws, though.
It's a chat from
okay,
Chris'
just a
phone,
chat. Okay.
where I was touching my breast.
Oh, now you don't want to be sending that. That's against the law. Not only Nigerian president, national heads, council of elders, and all escrows. Yeah. Again, yeah, that's it.
Was I cheating on my husband by phone call, phone sex with Chris? Yes, I did.
Damn. And this woman does not know she's putting herself in a big hole. Now you want to demand a house and all of that.
But I didn't have physical sex with Chris while I was.
What the hell? Sorry that I have to be pausing this thing. It's just crazy because I don't even know any. No, she might come up with. I said this woman know well. She know really well. She know
Do you
really
have
well.
evidence of this?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I will send it to you. I can send it to you. You will see me touching myself. It's a video.
What the hell?
It's not even it's a video. I can send it to you. You will look at the date.
It will not be circulated just for evidence sake.
What? You two want to go? Hey, see that the freeze, oh. So that the freeze to one video. See how he's cleaning his mouth. Again, what does that even mean? It will not be circulated. And then this retard will also send it.
It's on this phone I'm using to make up. I have sent it to D1 this morning.
What? Wow.
D1 asked me this question on his page. I don't know D1. I just been saying it, but I saw he asked me that.
But then you now sent it to him and you don't know him.
Question. He said, how can I be saying I am sending Chris video or while for touching myself while I was still in marriage? I went to his DM. Okay.
Now, how can we prove that still in the marriage, and how can we prove that this video?
Demanding anything on pain of exposing a scandal is extortion and blackmail. Yeah, that's blackmail. Daddy Freeze, please don't taunt your media personality. Again, Daddy Freeze has been involved in all. These are the things that Daddy Freeze really likes to talk about, to be honest with you. I mean, he just finished Two-Face and Natasha's saga, right?
Was sent to.
I think he likes this kind of case.
Okafor.
Because his number was showing there. The screen record I'm going to show you, his number is there. It's our chat screen record. It's a screen record I recorded from our chat. And while I was doing the screen record, I played the video from the chat. So you
did he know you were recording him at the point? Did he know that? Because I think there's a law against that right now in Nigeria.
If you're going to send it to me in confidence, please don't send it to the internet, and I'll tell you why.
It's already in the internet now. He said she sent it to D1. Who else has she sent it to that we don't know? Like, what do you mean you should not send it to the internet?
If you share his privacy publicly, he can sue you.
I'm not afraid of Chris suing me. Because I am also suing.
So again, they're saying that he's actually not a real doctor. That's what Grok is saying, that the Dr. Chris is not actually he's not actually a real doctor. Okay. So I'm saying that, you know what, like, let me look at this. Is Dr. Chris Okafor a real doctor? It says no, Dr. Chris Okafor is not a real doctor in the sense of holding a medical degree or an end academic doctorate. Dr. Chris is a prominent Nigerian pastor, prophet, whatever that means, and founder of Mountain of Liberation Miracle, also known as Liberation City. He's often referred to as Prophet Dr. Chris or Dr. Chris Okafor in ministry-related context, biography, and model. So the guy only has a BSc in business admin. I mean, of course, primary and secondary education also. From Ambrose Ale Ekpoma, there's no evidence of him holding a medical degree or a PhD or any other thing. So I beg, this doctor thing, I just call him Chris Okafor. The man in the yellow jersey, that's the phrase, just wants to be tintillated. He's not an objective broker. No, he's a sensual, how would I call it? He's just trying to just get clicks and all that. Okay, let's go.
Suing him already.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I am suing him already. He promised me marriage, and that is the crime in the law. He left me for another woman.
What?
Okay.
I have proof. I have my evidence. You will hear from my lawyer very soon.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yes. So, Chris knew I was married. Though I used to be.
Yeah, it's all for the clicks, bro.
But Chris was still talking to me while I was in my marriage. My husband knows about this.
Ex-husband, though.
My husband has see me chatting Chris severally. So my husband can, if my ex is someone who doesn't like to come on social media, but if you call him to talk about it, he will tell you, he will concur with what I'm saying. He has caught us making loud on the phone severally.
He has caught
while
you.
I was with Chris on the phone severally, yes.
Can we invite your husband to this call?
No, he doesn't like internet.
Oh, okay.
He won't even come. If you call him, he won't
I'm
come.
telling you. I'm
Okay,
telling
continue.
you. Asking people their tape is just
So,
crazy.
That period was
Question. When your husband caught you making out with Chris or Kafo, what was his reaction?
He got angry. He got angry, and he got very angry, and he said, I don't allow my husband to touch me. That is why I don't blame my husband that he cheated or he got someone pregnant. I don't blame my husband that he went after
Why did you allow him to touch you?
Because I didn't have feelings for him, and I told him, my husband is a bully. He got me to marry him by force.
What does that even mean? He got me to marry him by force. This woman, you're a disgrace, shame on you. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is just so crazy. I don't even know what to say.
People that, I think my colleague that would tell you this, or that knew my relationship then. My husband will call me 200 times. He called me non-stop for more than, since 2014, I left him till he got married. My husband would call me more than 2,000 times on the phone. So he was choking me. He had to get into my family. Everybody insisted I have to marry him. That was how I married him. And before I married my ex-husband, I told him that I didn't love him.
And you still did it all anyways.
So I don't blame, if I can insist that Chris must marry me, or chase Chris, or get heartbroken that Chris got married to someone, then why didn't I cry that my husband got someone pregnant and broke? I'm not hurt. It didn't hurt me that he got someone pregnant. It didn't hurt me that another woman took over my home. That is the truth.
So why is it hurting you that Chris is
So
now?
I was not in love with my husband. Unfortunately, it's my truth. While I can count how many times I've had sex with my ex-husband. I didn't. This thing I'm saying is not. I'm not proud to say it, but I will say it. I never allowed him to touch me. You know, when you don't have feelings for someone, when he touched you, you feel irritated. That was what I was feeling with my ex-husband.
This is more Nollywood than whatever movie they're producing today. Because this doesn't even make sense from the get-go. And this is real life. Like different individuals in the triangle here. Even Chris, Daddy Freeze confused.
He took advantage of it because he knew I loved him. I don't know whether the love I had for Chris was hypnosis or...
Oh, now you're the victim. Now you're the victim. Okay, in all of this, you are now the victim.
But I know that I loved Chris. And when my ex-husband beat me up, the last one, Chris said I should carry my bag and leave the house. I should come to him. He bought my ticket.
Oh, is this kind of a written script or something? You cannot write a better script than this. I'm telling you. You cannot write a better script than this.
Where were you staying with your husband? Chris bought your ticket.
When I married my ex-husband, we were living in their village, Obo.
Oh, okay. So he bought your ticket back to Lagos.
Back to Lagos.
Okay.
Damn.
Are you fully divorced from your first husband now?
Yes, we returned. Though my ex-husband did not collect the bride price, but my people dropped it with the girl he got pregnant with. I only did traditional marriage.
I don't get it.
So after your ex-husband beat you, Pastor Chris rescued you from him.
What kind of rescue?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to establish.
Don't my friend can tell you this story. When my ex-husband, Daddy Freeze, you know when my ex-husband beat me up. Let me remind you. If you could remember, there was a time I was supposed to come on your life.
Yes.
Tonto wanted to invite me. Then when I came in, there was chaos.
So you see how Daddy Freeze even won the whole thing. He likes this kind of story. Introduction to traditional marriage. I'm telling you.
I just entered your life. My ex-husband came and slapped me. on the face. Yes, Tonto will tell you. Tonto had to raise the alarm because my phone was not going for days. She had to raise the alarm to call people.
Is it the same Tonto Dike? Because Tonto Dike just gave testimony at the NSPPD, right?
That because I was talking to her on the phone after that, your life, he was beating me up. This thing I'm saying, I and Tonto were not cool now, but if you ask her this thing, she will tell you. My marriage was very toxic. And it was that time that Dr. Chris Okafor took me to Lagos.
Okay, so again, this lady appears to abdicate responsibility for all her actions. I mean, that's it. Typical stuff, right? It's everybody else's fault except me. Although I'm not proud of it, but it's everybody else's fault.
Now,
okay.
So we're time stamping now. 2012, you got engaged to your ex. Then you were separated for a while. Then eventually got married. Things became toxic. You left him. And Pastor Chris rescued you in Lagos. And then you are now in Lagos. What now happened between you and Pastor Chris from this juncture?
Okay. While I was, when I left, I went to see Dr. Chris. Then I think this one who stayed at Marriott Hotel, Ikeja. Then after that, I then moved. That was when when a case came.
So apparently, the lady moved to Lagos, was staying at Marriott Hotel. Which fund was this Pastor Chris using? Is it the same offering that the church member will come to church, people that are just struggling to get by, and donate in church? Or where was the fund that Pastor Chris was using to do all this RNG? Where was it coming from? Where was it coming from? It's a question. I don't know. Is this church money? Is this money that people have given for the work of God that Pastor Chris is using to help himself?
It came of a case of baby testimony. One case that one guy, Prof X, was calling Prophet Jeremiah out.
Okay.
One guy was calling Prophet Jeremiah out. So that was when Chris now told me to dabble into the case and find out. He said I should follow up the prophet guy and find out what the guy had on Jeremiah, which I did. But before I got into it, I had to tell them to get my lawyer involved, which they did. They got my lawyer involved. They got the police involved and the EFCC. Now, before I went to EFCC and Interpol, and I wrote statement. They gave me backup to go ahead. And I entered the guy with the name Choma Johnson. It was then I had to start. My mission in the guy's life was to seduce the guy.
Wow. What is all this? This is
which
a movie.
I succeeded because every conversation I had with the guy, I was recording it and was giving it to them and Interpol.
So you were seducing another pastor?
No. I was seducing a blogger who was calling Jeremiah out.
Okay.
A blogger in South Africa. Just let me give you an instance, just like you now. You're calling Pastor Jeremiah out. Now they sent me.
No. Just like you now calling Bishop Oyedepo. But Bishop Oyedepo will not do that because he wouldn't. I hate it when people refer to him as pastor. But that's what he calls himself. These guys are constants and never called by God. I agree with you on that part. I was never called by God. It's just a way to get people in. Where are we going to like this? I don't know where we're going. I don't know, to be honest.
Without you knowing, we started conversing. Then you end up falling in love with me. Then you trust me. That was what happened between me and Prophet. I eventually found out. In fact, it was in between that. It was that my whatever I got from Prof X that Jeremiah used in winning the case in court. But they had the case of baby testimony that nearly brought his church down. Everybody it's a case of a missing child in his church.
Oh, okay.
So when I went to Prophet, I found out that Prophet was actually trying to blackmail these people. Because Prophet now is in South Africa, he's not a Nigerian. Then when he got closer to me, he now told me, he said he called it street. This is I'm saying I have evidence because every conversation I had with Prophet, I recorded it. If you go to YouTube and check them, I even exposed it at some point. Prophet calls it street. To him, he's
from Chris to Tonto to Jeremiah to Blogger. Yeah, we are now entering episode 5. So we're gonna wait for episode 5.
teaching me how to run streets. He will get information about pastors. Me that is in Nigeria here, I will look for the pastor's number, contact the pastor, then collect money, then come and
blackmail.
give him. That was what he wanted to use me for. So, and everything he was telling me, I was recording it. I was sending to Chris and Jeremiah, and they were sending to Interpol to build their case on the guy. So this was what I did. And the case of baby testimony went to court. So most of those evidence I got from Prophet, that was what Jeremiah used in court to exonerate himself from the case.
Okay.
So that means that he is a cordial relationship, or there's a relationship between Chris Okafor and Jeremiah. That's what I'm insinuating from all this. Because why would Chris Okafor come to the aid of Jeremiah using somebody that I would call an asset, which happens to be his girlfriend or something? I mean, this is just interesting.
Now, what caused our quarrel? After that, Jeremiah now.
With everything you've done, Kama is actually catching up. I never thought I was going to watch this. It was like, it's still 1 hour. I still have a few minutes more because I just felt like, what would she be talking about for 1 hour? But then I came for the news and then I stayed for the thrills.
Promised to buy me a car.
Okay.
I still have the chat of that in between me and Chris, where they said, choose any car of your choice. I chose Lexus first.
Hey.
They said it was expensive. Then I now chose Mercedes that was 45 million. Jeremiah said he was going to buy that one for me.
That's another pastor.
Chris now said that he should pay the money to his account. When we, because I didn't have Jeremiah's number, we're always talking on 3-way call. So when we finished the call, I asked Chris, why would they pay the money to your account? Chris said that sometime Jeremiah Omoto came to his church and got someone pregnant.
Let's be careful not to call him.
Where are we going to right now? With everything, Kama is actually catching. So even Chris not trust Jeremiah. So he said, deal with her through me.
Because now, I don't want us to drag Prophet into this matter.
You don't
Let it be between you and Pastor Chris.
Okay, fine. But there's no way you will tell this story.
Without
There's
Jeremiah.
no way you will tell this story without bringing Jeremiah. I had a chat with Jeremiah yesterday and I told him, I said, after all I did for you, you allowed Chris to lock me up. There's no way you will tell the story. All the conversations I have, the recording conversations I have.
Prophet Jeremiah saying now.
Prophet Jeremiah. Sorry? Okay.
What is Prophet Jeremiah saying now?
I'm getting to that. Okay. Because Jeremiah also tried.
That will be for episode 5.
Jeremiah was angry with, for the past 2 years, they have not spoken to Chris because of this matter. Or 1 year plus. I'm getting to that. Now, when Jeremiah now paid them, he said he doesn't want Jeremiah to pay the money to my account because Jeremiah came to his church one time for a program.
Don't say be careful not to drag him inside. You can mention his name, but I don't want you to say Jeremiah did this, Jeremiah did this.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to say, but the truth is, okay, fine. Fine. Because if you leave me, I'm going to say the way it is. But I wouldn't do that. He said Jeremiah did something. That's why. He doesn't want him to have my number.
Okay.
Remember, he was still my boyfriend.
Yes.
So I believed him. And Jeremiah paid the money to his account. Now, I still have my chat with him where I asked, where is the money? He started giving me the money. He said, Jeremiah sent 3 million today. Jeremiah sent 1 million today. Jeremiah sent 2 million today. To the tune of 10 million naira. That was what Chris gave me in total. And started badmouthing his friend Papa G, which is Pastor Jeremiah, and said his friend did not give him the remaining money. I should not mind him, that he's ungrateful and all that. And for me, That was all I took. So what I got was 10 million. Then after that, I think either a year later
Yes.
or 3 months later, about 6 months later, I wanted to travel. I needed money. So I asked Chris. Mind you, let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
Throughout my relationship with Chris Okafor, Chris was not giving me money.
Oh, wow. But he did it now. Okay, you mean Jeremiah, right?
I was okay. I was having my own money. It
Okay.
wasn't about money. He has never, in fact, since 2017, since I started dating Chris till 2023, the only money he had given me was 300,000. But the only money I'd ever collected from Chris personally is 300,000.
Wow.
Okay.
It wasn't about money. I don't
Pastor,
know what it was about.
Story. Always remember that we are very fair and balanced. I'm sure you have no problem with Pastor Chris sharing his own side of the story.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, darling, go ahead.
So we're bringing Pastor Chris. Is that what Daddy Freeze is trying to say right now? Imagine men of God getting themselves involved in such a dirty stuff. Please stop listening to all this again. Nobody can stop the work of God. Yeah, nobody's stopping the work of God. But again, if you're a pastor, then we need to know, like, I mean, you have to be held accountable at some point. Okay?
Problem with that because we're still going to go to court.
Okay.
You can't promise me that you will marry me and at the end of the day you're dumping me after all you have been through. No, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, Pastor Chris,
you were saying that
you're
about to travel. That's where you are.
Yeah. Pastor Chris hasn't given me more than 300,000 throughout my dating with him. I wanted to travel. I asked him for money I asked him for my ticket money and he asked me how much. I told him 1.8 million. He gave me 300,000. I told him this was not enough. And that's the only money I've collected from him. Then he said that is all he had now, that he borrowed money to build his hotel. He just finished building his hotel, that he took loan from the bank. He didn't have money. So and I said, by the way, your friend Jeremiah is owing me money. Maybe he promised to buy me a car. He only gave me 10 million. He said I should leave that one. But that man, no, they talk from again. I said, okay. So I was so upset. I had to reach out to one guy called Dada Masses. Dada Masses is also a blogger that lives in Germany. Wow. But he's Jeremiah's brother. So I reached out to him. Then I opened up to him what I did for those people. And I said, look at what I did for your brother. And he promised me that he was going to buy me a car. He didn't give me a car. He now only gave me, he gave me 10 million naira. So he said, no, that's unfair because I actually helped in ending that case. So he said, let him contact him. When he contacted Prophet Jeremiah said he has paid all the money.
Yeah, I was expecting
to Chris Okafor's account. He said, no, that he put me on three-way call. They put me on three-way call. And Jeremiah said he has paid the money. Why will Chris do this to me? That I helped him in this case. He said I should hold on, let them put Chris. They called Chris. Chris said he was in America. Chris started pleading with him. Said, bon, I'm sorry. That he just...
So not only that the pastor is doing shady stuff, the pastor is also collecting money that is not his and spending, right?
He just finished building his hotel, that he should help him out and give me the money, that when he comes back, he will pay him back. Jeremiah said he doesn't have all that money, but that he can help him with 7 million. That Chris should raise 8 million. And let them pay me 15 million first, then I should forget the rest money. Remember, the money was 45, they gave me 10 million. It was running 35 million. So they wanted to give me 15 million and I should forget the rest money. I told Prophet Jeremiah, no. That because Chris knew I've never asked him for money. First time I'm asking him for money, he gave me only 300,000. And now he held on to this money for months without telling me that he had to give me all the money. So they started pleading, I refused. But the first money they gave me was 15 million naira. Then after that, this thing I'm saying, I have agreement, I have documents to back it up. I will show you where Chris admitted this thing I'm saying to you now.
Wow.
So after that, Jeremiah now, I think Christian asked I should give them 1 month for them to pay me the remaining money. Then after 1 month, I called Chris. Chris blocked me. It was at that point that I called him out on social media, on my page. Then when I called him out, he got. It was that period that my miscarriage video was released because he got Stella Dimokoko involved.
Wow.
I didn't know that him and Stella was friends. At the end of the day, they tried to.
Please, let's try to.
Another person again. This is becoming a web of I don't even know what to call it. It's becoming a web.
A blogger, just say he got a blogger involved, and let's keep it basic. Because you see, let me explain something to you here.
Chris,
When
Daddy freeze no one wahala.
the water.
When I tell you people trip to church to prostrate before these charlatans, bear in mind these pastors are awesome. Again, I mean, by their fruit, right? I just say, what's the fruit? Where's the fruit? Show me the fruit. By their fruit, you will know them, right?
Bring in too many people.
Yeah, it becomes.
The matter no go can't get ahead again. Because at the end of the day, you have a matter with.
Okay, I take that back. Oh yeah, I take. Sorry, I'm like that, but I take that correction and I take that back. He got a blogger involved.
One thing leads to another.
They tried to blackmail me with the video, and that was what made me release the video first on my page. Because the blogger threatened me that he was going to post the video and say I was having an abortion.
Wow.
I'm going to hear from Stella. I wish you had not mentioned her name in the first place, but since you have, I'm going to hear her side of the story. Because
the difference just they use this thing to do content. So which ones you're going to hear from Stella? You're going to hear from Chris. You're going to hear from everybody. Okay, what's the food thing? What's the food gist here?
Okay. I don't mind. Me and Stella were not in good times.
I've never known Stella to blackmail anybody before. So this is first time.
I have the chat.
Stella is a friend. You understand?
I said I have the chat. Chris even told my friend Dada Masses that he was going to speculate it to bloggers, my nude body. So it's not something I am hiding to say. I have the chat.
Okay, so
I have the voice note. I want you to bring her. If you ask her, she will agree to come. Once you're done, I will post my conversation with her on my page. She knows I'm good at that.
Now
I also have it recorded.
Hold on, Doris. Doris. Can we tell your story in such a way that we don't make more enemies for you? I understand. There's a reason why I'm saying this. Because at the end of the day, it's no longer about you and Pastor Chris. You have mentioned Prophet Jeremiah. You have mentioned Stella. At the end of the day, it will be all over the place. It will be little fights here and there. Your truth will not see the light of the day.
Okay, you have corrected me.
Let me advise, or you can always do whatever you think works.
No, best. You have corrected me just because you said you were going to. Like for me, I wanted to let you know that I was not also afraid that you're going to ask her. But you have corrected me, and I'm not going to mention her name. I'm like that. I'm someone who tells it the way it is. But you've corrected me not to mention people's name, and I won't do that again, except the name is necessary. And like I said, Chris wanted to use that video to blackmail me. Chris said it to me, said it to my other bloggers.
Okay, it's getting boring.
He was going to send it out if I don't stop calling him out. He made that threat.
Why are you calling him out?
Because he blocked me. I didn't have access to reach him, and he had my 35 million with him. He paid 15 million, remaining 20 million.
Okay, what's the status of that money now?
Now, after that video and your interview, he paid me 5 million.
Oh, so she's been cashing in now. She's got 5 million, so now she's left with 30 million. Okay. Yeah, man of God, right? Again, you just have to have a designing spirit to know who is real. This daddy, whatever, is just Papa Nas. Interfere, I don't even know what that means, okay?
After paying me 5 million, his lawyer took me to police. They came and arrested me for defamation.
What?
I went to police.
In what way did you defame him?
He said I called him out on my page.
No, that's not defamation. No.
I didn't defame him, but he claimed I defamed him. I only asked for my money.
Just give me my money.
Okay.
Then he reported me to NCCC. They came to my house in Lagos. I was not in. I later went there by myself. I was detained for one night
Hmm.
and I got released.
Hmm.
Then I continued asking for my money on my page because I didn't have access to reach him. I called everybody who knew him to tell him to give me my money.
Hmm.
Okay.
Then
Go ahead.
I traveled. That was November last year. Then I traveled to Abuja. Then from Abuja, I came down to East December. My brother, when I left Lagos, my brother was hale and hearty. Okay, yeah. What happened is that November
The script
was
done
when
the
I went
the script done the daru for our eyes, to be
to
honest with you.
Abuja to answer the police, and I was detained for one night.
Okay.
Then from Abuja, I traveled to the east. From Abuja, I traveled to the east.
Okay.
So I was not in the east till December. When my brother called me that his leg was paining him. I thought it was leg pain. And I said, I called my driver to bring him, since I wanted my car down to the east, I called my driver to bring him to the east.
Hmm.
My brother
Okay.
brought him to the east. Sorry, my driver brought my brother to the east, and
Yeah, it's a lot of mess. This is a classic. It's just a lot of mess. Like the whole story is not even. It's not even straight. Like, I mean, you were claiming this, then you became a seducer so that you can actually blackmail someone. And you got the story in, you went to record, then Prophet Jeremiah came into thing. There's Tonto DK part of that. There's now another blogger involved. Then, I mean, but again, how do we sell if we don't have all this story? You know, saying that real life movie.
when my brother got to the east, his two legs were not working again, became paralyzed. And we didn't know what was wrong with him. We got doctors involved, they couldn't find anything. It was too fast and too swift. All his body's paralyzed. And my brother died.
Wow.
Okay.
When my brother died,
Just say bye because of social media.
well, when he gave up the ghost, and
Very much. May his soul rest in peace.
yeah.
Okay.
So when he gave up the ghost,
Hi, Judge. Yeah.
I was devastated, and everything meant nothing again to me. So we started planning his burial.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I want to move forward, but
We planned
again,
his burial.
let's just see.
4 days to my brother's burial. 4 days to my brother's burial. I was arrested again by Chris.
Okay.
But I still don't understand how these pastors get to just arrest people like they at random. You know, you just arrest people like that. The movie have a plot. I mean, if I'm telling you, if you can put this in a script and put it on whatever, it's gonna be I mean, I think she's an actress, right? She can actually make this into a movie, call it My Story, and she's gonna sell for real. She's gonna sell. I 6450, yeah.
And the policemen took me from my house, family house, to State CID in Imo State. And I was detained there. They took away my phone. I couldn't communicate to anybody. I was detained there for 2 days. It was because so many things on my head, I was confused. I had panic attack and I fainted in the police station. I was when the DC of the station said they should take me out of this place or they release me on bail. Nobody knew where I was. Nobody knew where to locate me. I was beaten up by the policemen who came to pick me up.
Okay.
And they took me to Abuja. It was in Abuja that I got released. Based on the fact that my brother is to be buried the next 2 days. And they served me a court paper.
I mean, yeah, I thought maybe we should get 50 Cent to do documentary.
And I left. Went for my brother's burial.
Mm-hmm.
After my brother's burial, I went to Abuja for the court date. And we got to the court, they didn't have any evidence. So based on lack of evidence, I was released also on bail as well.
Okay.
I came back and I continued calling Chris for my money on my page because I wanted my money. Because at that point, I was ready to tell the whole world what transpired. So it was at that point that he now reached out to my lawyer and told my lawyer that we should settle it. He's willing to withdraw the case from court. Then he withdrew the case from court, and his lawyer, Ubani, sorry, I'm going to mention his name with due respect. His lawyer, Ubani, forced me to sign an agreement. And I told them, I made it clear to my lawyer that I'm being forced.
Okay, one thing from Barrister Ubani too. You see, let me tell you something, yeah.
Barrister Ubani was involved from this case from the beginning, even during the baby testimonies case. So that's why I will mention his name. Because he was the one who gave me a lawyer that took me to Interpol.
No,
he knew about the case. Yes, he arrested me.
Let me tell you something, Doris. Everything you say, if you cannot back it up with evidence, if you say the lawyer gave you somebody to Interpol, if you don't have a text message, a phone recording, anything that can be used.
I have a phone recording of Barrister Ubani
telling you to go to involving with the Destiny.
Yes. That telling me that they are taking me to Interpol to go and write statements. Yes, I have it that the face. I had sent it to him once, so he knows I have it. Yes.
But I'm advising, let's keep this matter to you and Pastor Chris.
And there is no way I will explain this.
Oh yeah, you don't have to.
Man, it's getting crazy. Don't ask how pastor get people arrested. There's something called a PF, aid and abet. I agree with you. It's a painful state. Exactly. And that's why insecurity is ravaging the whole thing. The whole country. Yeah, 50 Cent actually produced a 4-part documentary series on Sean Diddy. Actually, I've seen him gone to various mainstream media to talk about that. And then, it's called The Reckoning. It dropped on Netflix on December 2, 2025 and covers Diddy's rise in the music industry, the sexual misconduct allegation, his trials, blah, blah, blah. Let me also say, and includes exclusive footage from right before 2024 arrest. It's been a big hit on the platform and even boosted 50 Cent's own stream. That's what they've beef. Yeah. So again, there's a documentary out there. I'm not really taking time to watch. Yeah, but he did release that. It's been going around the various stations to do that. Yeah, okay. That freeze is squeezing out serious content.
All
I tell
lawyers, you see, let me tell you, you are not understanding. You are making it muddy. But we'll drag this person come and talk. You drag this person come and talk. At the end of the day, you lose the merit of your case.
Yeah, maybe that's a strategy too, right? It's called jamming. You want to jam all the cases and all that. And at the end of the day, possibly get some traction on that one. And
unless you particularly want to bring somebody into the arena with you. Now, the more people that are in the arena, the less your case has any ground.
Okay, now I get it. Sorry.
So you understand? Stop mentioning people's names. Just say, okay, a blogger did this, a lawyer did this, the police did this. Do you understand?
Okay.
I'm actually blocking people in the comment section who are telling you to say everything. Because when the problem comes, they will not stand with you.
Guys, that
You
that
can
is free.
you will
Let me let me
with
say something. Let
can
me
you
let
be
me say
thrown out of
something.
court?
Let me say something,
Yes.
That is free. I am not afraid of Chris Okafor. I am.
This woman I'm not even saying anymore. Yeah, he's advising her with this. I don't even know where all this leads to. Again, I mean, I just take it as a light-hearted moment where you just kind of just chill with some of these stories.
Not afraid of whatever he wants to bring on.
Let me explain to
I
you.
am not afraid, even if I go to
If you
jail.
take the case to court and the case gets thrown out of court, and you believe you are entitled to justice, where are you now going to get the justice from?
Okay, now I get.
You understand? You have to be careful. These are the reasons why I want to leave Pastor Chris. Do you understand? This is what he did to me. This is what he did to me. This is what he did to me.
But the
You understand?
the cinema will not be long now if that's just it. I mean, this whole thing is 1 hour 14 minutes. On a normal day, everything, the main crux of the matter shouldn't be more than 5 minutes discussion. But again, you know, Daddy Freeze is trying to salvage the whole thing. But at the same time, he knows what he's doing.
Because you see, it takes two to tango. Pastor Chris will have his own side of the story. I have settled so many as Free Nation leader. I've settled so many cases. You will think that, this person is 100% correct until the next person comes and starts to talk. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I want him to come out and talk.
Let me
I
tell
want
you.
him to come out and deny that we were not having an affair.
What I
I want him
want
to come out and deny that I'm not his girlfriend. I want him to come out and say,
King, no, you're not nice. Daddy Freeze platforms for bad people. Doris, Pastor Chris, all are bad people. Who cares what happens to their lives, right? I tell you, he's minding the lady for content under the guise of being an honest broker. Yeah. Don't let them know that I'm trying to, let you tell your story. I agree.
I don't think he's going to deny that. But my problem is, why don't you let us focus on, okay, I wanted you to finish, then I'll proffer some advice.
Again, at the end of the day, I don't see anything happening in any court here. The guy wants to marry you, didn't marry you, and all that. I don't know, maybe it's just some low-level alcohol or something, or low percentage alcohol or something. Again, I mean, this is just more of a story. It's a tabloid. I would classify this as a tabloid gist. Not really like, what do you want to gain from this? Chapman Flavor. It's the
now
black
you've
one.
told me what not to call him. Sorry, like I said, it's okay. I'm not going to call names.
You can't be bringing this kind of people in your stuff and not be drinking some things now. At some point now.
But let me tell you about this matter. This matter is as serious as when this baby testimonies case started. It was shaking the whole Facebook. And what I'm saying, why I mention names, because I know that somehow this case might get to court. But I won't mention the name again if you're not okay with it. I am on your page, so you have the right to control what I say here.
See, the more names you mention,
yes,
the bigger the story, and the more the clout I will get.
Yes,
but
you're not saying the real thing.
Any good. And if I'm chasing clout, they mention everybody's name. Let's pull everybody inside. But I'm not here to chase clout. I'm here as I've come to your house before to sit down with you and try to find a resolution. Try to find a solution.
So Daddy Chris don't they go our house too? Daddy Chris, careful. This lady's getting a kiss from the attention. Daddy Chris, be careful. Maybe not mention your own name on another person's podcast. I'm just saying my own. No.
The only reason you live is because there's a possibility that Pastor Chris Okafor may watch this and there might be room for settlement. Okay, what does Doris want? What does Pastor Chris want? How can we move forward in such a way that you can move on with your life and he can move on with his life? There must be something that we can find, because that's what the court will first say, okay, you guys go and see how you can sort it out on your own.
Okay, let me go straight to the point. You see, this
straight to the point. This is 50 minutes into the conversation.
I see people saying marriage is not by force and all that.
So someone's just said it here.
It's not about the marriage for me. It's about, during this case,
Mm.
The video I'm going to send you that I screenshot from our chat. Chris sent it to his lawyer. His lawyer sent it to his son. This was our private video where he asked me to touch myself and send to him.
We've heard that one before now.
His lawyer sent it to his
Which
son.
some people do in relationships.
Yes. Some people have their fantasies. People have what turned them on. This is our own. This is what he likes.
Sent it out to a lawyer.
He sent it out to a lawyer, his lawyer. And his lawyer sent it out to his son. And the son, in turn, sent it back to my lawyer. You can imagine my lawyer, who had so much respect for me, now seeing my body, touching my private parts. Doesn't sound good.
What the hell? What is this? What is this, bro? Wait, it's like she's intentionally calling names and acting like Mumu. It's like what she knows and can say is beyond the matter she's tendering. Yeah, she's trying to pull a lot of people into the whole mix. Yeah, kind of jamming everybody.
You see, let me explain something here. I know you are angry, and I know you feel violated, and this is genuine reason for you to feel violated. But going forward, as a man, I don't think there's any part of a woman's body in and out that I've not seen.
But you won't send your wife's body to another man, to a fellow man.
Or
your girlfriend's
Morally, and the fight is getting to the point where when they arrest ourselves with police, we don't know how far we can go.
Daddy Freeze, no, I disagree with you on that. No, with due respect. No, let me tell you, you have seen every woman's body, but you have not. Maybe now, because you have seen my miscarriage body, that's when you saw my body. But prior before that time, you have not seen Doris' body, and we are all different human beings. So every woman's body is not the same. My breast is standing. There are people, their breast is falling.
What the hell? How does this add to the conversation? That if we say, what does that mean?
Right. To send a private video that I gave to him outside.
I agree with that. With that, I agree.
With what now?
I agree. Now, for this, what do you want from him?
Now, my own is, that's why I want you to understand that this man has,
to Larry Kings, you are not going to tell us what to do on our platform. Thank you. Continue.
This man pleaded with me to come and defend his friend. This man, his friend gave me money. I want to get to. I'm doing a summary.
Everything together. Let us separate this licking your body. That is a genuine concern. What would you want him to do about that? Okay, you say he leaked it to somebody and somebody sent it to your lawyer. Can you verify where you got it? Is your lawyer willing to come and stand?
Hey, sorry guys, I had to pause there. I don't even know what she's talking about, to be honest with you. Her stuff is standing. I don't even know how that came into this conversation.
There is no point. I have everything. I have it. There is no point. He has also admitted to it. We were on a three-way call.
Okay, you are in a three-way call.
I was even on a three-way call where he admitted it. So there is nothing, and I have the recording. So there is no point going whether I have evidence. Everything I say, I have evidence.
Want him to do regarding this incident?
That's why I can't tell you what I want him to do if I don't summarize it and then tell you what I want.
Go ahead and summarize then.
Now, this man, we dated. I helped your friend. Your friend gave me appreciation money. You held on to it. You arrested me. You detained me. My brother died. I was arrested again. You sent out my private video.
Brother passing on. How is that connected? I'm so sorry, but I don't see how you can connect that with it.
I will come back to that so that I don't forget what I want to say. You asked me one question so that I can finish this one.
Okay, before she finishes that one, they will pay her. I think she's indirectly letting them know she will talk. Yeah, I guess she just needs money. Now she's come out to say that Pastor Chris should buy a house for her. And that's what she needs. I'll be Dr. Chris or whatever he's called. And that if agreed that he's I know, right? She had brain to be recording everything. Yeah, she knows what she's doing from the outset.
Yeah. You asked me You arrested me and I came out.
Mm-hmm.
You forced me. You paid me back my balance of 15 million. Then forced me on agreement that I did not concord to. My lawyer also advised I should agree and sign. And there was no time you apologized. I confronted you on sending out my naked video. Sue your lawyer. There was no time you told me sorry about that. There was no time you apologized to me about that. No. He never, at least if after the whole incident, knowing the fact that I went through everything, I was your girlfriend. I wasn't just a girl you picked on the street. This is the person who gives you police. When you have a program, I will call the police, my contact. I'll write proposal. They will give me police security for you, DSS for you, 20, 30 to cover your program. You won't pay 1 naira. There's somebody who backs you up when you had a lot of challenges, which
Here
I
we
don't
go
want to stay
again. Here we go again.
on your life. Now, even if we had issues and we reconciled, courtesy demand that, okay, you have offended me. If you didn't see that you offended me in the other one, the fact that you took out my private picture to your lawyer, I deserve an apology. You never did. Now, everything happened since this incident that I lost my brother. I have not even recovered. I buried my brother March this year.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm not really recovered. I'm still going through the breakup of you. I was in love with this man for years. I'm going through how we broke up, how the matter that scattered us, how the pain and all this thing. The next thing I'm seeing on the internet is that the same man is getting married.
Oh, that's
For
okay.
me, it's either Chris. For me, the people are saying I want him to marry me by force. No. It's not about marrying me by force. It's about destroying me. And after destroying me, you're going to marry someone else. There was
No, but there was consent in a lot of the things that you guys did together. There was consent. Now, you can agree, you can talk about him being a pastor and doing all this things. That's one thing. But there was consent between both of you. You yourself left your husband, even while still married to your husband, you were doing a lot of all these other shenanigans. The matter don't shift there. It's like she's the one using that phrase. She has an agenda, that I believe. She has an agenda. And I think it all boils down to money, actually.
no apology, nothing. Because you feel I'm nothing, then you want to marry another person. With due respect to him, that's why I said that marriage is either he buy me or both of us remain single.
What?
Unless I don't know when they did the marriage. It's not about forcing myself on him. It's about revenge for me.
Revenge.
It's about pain.
Oh, it's not about consent. It's like she helps him carry a sacrifice. Okay.
Sorry,
We'll see.
they brought light. Let me change inverter.
All right.
Okay, NEPA things, or PHCN things. Yeah, it's about consent, sir. So, come ask. Okay, I want revenge. So she wants revenge.
For me,
right?
it's about revenge.
Okay.
That's what it is for me.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Doris, you're my sister.
Really?
And I believe I can advise you. I can never force you to take my advice. But I know you have been wronged. Especially with your photo being circulated. That's very humiliating and painful for a woman.
For real.
What if he's ready to apologize just for the sake of peace? Would that work? Would that work? Because you see, Doris, I can see he wants to get married. He wants to move life.
He wants to move on.
You guys might have.
He wants to be a responsible man. So that's why he's now getting married. After roaming around the streets for God knows when. And now she's also claiming, I don't know if she's going to be in this clip, she's now saying that there's actually 3 other ladies. So they're forming like a class now. Maybe we're going to get a class suit or a class action. I mean, allegedly though.
Loved each other. You guys might have had a great relationship. But where the relationship is now, you guys have more or less become enemies. And I do not want a situation where for the rest of your life, you are chasing him to try to pull him down, and he's chasing you to try to pull him down. Is there any way that this can go away? Are there people that can sit down? I know you are sad. Listen to me, Doris. I know you are.
What is this?
I know you've been through a lot. I will.
Oh, now we go to the emotional side of things, right? Okay. Again, and I'm not making light of what she's going through or something. You know, people react differently, but again, I mean, you want revenge, now you're crying.
Never undermine your pain, but you cannot continue to be like this. You have to move on. Marriage is not the end of the world, and you cannot force marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot force somebody.
This is not about marriage, that you feel that.
I don't understand, but I want you to. What can we do going forward?
Alice, this one is a mild one compared to Natasha and the Two-Face issue, where the whole life, Daddy Free's life, just became this thing. Oh, great content, bro.
I have a lot of respect for you, right?
Yes.
You're someone
I've never met Mr. Okafor before in my life.
I know. You don't even, when I told you the story that year,
yes,
I think that you didn't even know who I was talking about. So I know very well that you don't know him. But what I'm trying to say here is I have a lot of respect for you, and you are one of the people that will tell me, Doris, stop, and I will stop because of the respect and love I have for your person.
Okay.
Before now, like I said on my page yesterday, I've already gotten the address of the wedding. They said the wedding.
Wow.
Okay, finish what you're saying.
They said the wedding is on the 16th and all that. And
that's today.
Like whatever it is that has taken over me, the thought on my head is that Doris, get to the venue. Even if DSS are there, move yourself inside there. Just begin fight. Begin quarrel. Just do it. But yesterday I broke down too. Like I've not closed this eyes since 3 days. Ask people around me. I have my colleague Dauda here. I have Diggity on him. My eyes has not closed since 3 days.
Wow.
I have a lot on my head.
Wow.
But I want an open apology. I want a written apology or open apology or any other way he wants to apologize.
Okay, so if you can get an apology from Pastor Chris Okafor,
he has to apologize and he has to be genuine about the apology. Then we move from.
Okay.
It's not just say, let me tell her sorry, then we move from there. And the Chris that I know, let me tell you the Chris that I know. People might think I am crazy. No, it takes you to fight Chris this much to get Chris to listen and have sense. It's somebody I've known for years. I've defended his nonsense. He was just arrested 2 months ago.
Oh, really?
So I know his excesses and all the things I can't say here. But I won't say it because I see that you don't want me to say it. I can see that you're protecting me because if you leave me,
I want us to move. You see, Doris, I remember there was a time when Mr. Ibu's case was on and you were talking. You are happy.
She don't sign. She don't sign. Hi, Emeka. Again, I don't even know the arrest she's talking about. Was he arrested?
Person.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are a happy person. I don't see that Doris anymore. Now it's like problem. Last time I came to your house till today, problem.
Okay, no problem.
Someone says the ex-husband, right? The ex-husband, yeah, I mean, that's the one that has been the one that has also been at the receiving end of all of this. Again, I don't know the full story of that one. Karma is dangerous. Justice for ex-husband, he deserves apology. Again, there was a video that I actually played earlier this morning with respect to the husband where someone came out to claim that actually at that time they begged her not to leave the husband, but she was adamant. And it was like, no, she doesn't want that husband. That is Chris that she wants. Okay. Now, so this is it. Just a few years down the line, it's another story.
I get. Even me, I'm tired of it.
Pastor Chris, she says she wants an apology. Look, you can go to court and win. But do you really want to go through the nuisance factor of having to show up in court? She said this, she said this. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years. The day you're supposed to be attending birthday party, you'll be going to court.
Yeah, again, about her husband. Yeah, that one too is neither here or there. Hi, Joseph. Again, it's just a messed up case. Yeah, because he also said the ex-husband also impregnated someone. Why will a pastor do this? Yeah, a pastor is a man at the end of the day, right? It's also a man. So, I mean, you just have to know God for yourself. That's just the cocoa.
The day you are supposed to travel abroad, you'll be going to court. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense to you at all. So, Pastor Chris Okafor.
Again, even with respect to court, I don't even see how a serious court will even kind of, take this case on. Because the whole story doesn't look straight. Oh, he promised me this, she promised me that. Oh, my Lord, he actually promised me marriage. Okay, so yes, what is your resolution? Hey, you promised me I mean, it's not gonna work that way. Unfortunately,
I
right?
would appeal to you, if it's possible, let us find a neutral ground in which peace can be brought to this situation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You understand? I'm really genuinely hoping that somebody will talk. Do you know anybody who knows this Pastor Chris?
Apostle Johnson Suleiman knows him.
The story get killed. Like, as if I knew that it's going to be a position. How come it's the same category of people? I'm just saying. What about peace with her husband, right? Yeah, the husband is ex-husband, though. Again, yeah, Apostle Justice Suleiman. I mean, as in
a neutral ground in which peace can be brought to this situation. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really genuinely hoping that somebody will talk. Do you know anybody who knows this Pastor Chris?
Okay, let's get her.
Apostle Johnson Suleiman knows him. Apostle Jeremiah knows him. Itahosta.
The story get killed.
You
right?
said Apostle Suleiman. I'll call Apostle Suleiman and try to talk to him. Who else?
Idahosa of Illuminate. Oh, Lord of Jesus. Of Illumination, is it Illumination Ministry in Nigeria? Bishop Idahosa also knows him.
Okay, I don't know Bishop Idahosa. I know Apostle Suleiman. I can have a conversation with Apostles. And one thing I know about Apostle Suleiman is he likes peace. He doesn't like stress. So no matter how angry he is, because Apostle Suleiman don't come before say, I'm going to lock this guy up. I say, Apostle, calm down. You are not going to lock anybody up. It's because if it's you. So
he's a good man.
He's a good guy, and he will try.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't even know. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay.
He will try to. We can try to see how peace can be brought to this. I will beg you for one thing. He wants to get married, for your sake, for his sake, and for the new wife. Remember, there were people who left.
Oh, sorry, the thing is breaking.
Remember, Doris, can you?
I can hear you. Say, remember that I did one.
time you also left Pastor Chris and went to marry somebody else, according to the story.
Yes, but I did not embarrass him.
Oh,
So
okay.
please, he will
Okay.
not embarrass you. Let him get married to his wife. Let him be able to move on with his life. See, there are breakups in this life that will pain you for years. But I personally believe that God will compensate you with somebody who will take care of you. But
Anybody in the house? After how many mileage, bro?
more troublesome you portray yourself to be, the more people will run from you. So you have to come out as, you know what, okay, this was my mistake, this was my past, I'm not doing this again, whatever happened has happened. This is what life is, this is how life plays out. Moving forward, this is what I want.
Okay.
You can't be calling everybody out. You can't be I want you to be in a place of peace. You have to find peace. You have to focus on Doris. Yes, you are sad. You lost your brother. You didn't get your money. Oh, yes. But you see, that is life in your rear view mirror.
Oh, that's a fair advice.
You
though.
drive, don't you?
Yes.
Can you focus on what is ahead if you're constantly looking in the rear view mirror? You have to start looking ahead.
Yeah, with automated system right now, you can do that though. Just kidding.
I'm not saying you were, especially those videos.
With
And I want to see
self-driving.
all the videos. Because it depends on what was leaked. The gravity of what was leaked.
Why do you want
I'm
to see all the
sending it
video?
to you after this live.
Why do you want to see all the video, Daddy Freeze? I'm just saying.
Immediately.
Okay. So send it to me. Let me see what it is. And then let me understand the gravity of your anger so I may be able to put a case forward when I'm talking to maybe Apostle Suleiman later tonight. I hope he's not busy. When I'm talking to him, I can say that girl is really, really upset. And this is the reason why she's upset. Do you know Victoria Inyama?
Okay.
Yes.
Can I bring her to the live?
Oh, somebody has
Yes.
entered the chat.
Okay.
Somebody
I'm
just
only
entered
going
the
to bring
live.
trained professionals. Victoria is a trained psychologist. That's the only reason why I want to bring her.
Hi, Hamad.
I'm not bringing anybody to come and gist. Maybe when what's her name goes, Doris, we can now come and have conversations about it. But Doris
Can you imagine you just putting your life out there? People are coming to talk. People that don't even know you from anywhere. It's quite interesting.
is here and she's looking for solution, not looking for hot gossip. We are not here to gossip. We are here to help someone who has gone through a lot.
Fair
Hold
enough.
on. Sorry, I'm not used to this thing. Oh shit. Okay, I'll turn it around.
Yes. Victoria, Vicky baby, how are you doing?
Sorry, I'm good.
Okay, are
Good
you okay?
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Last time I saw you was in Pastor Toby's house in London.
Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. I'm a boy. Tell them.
Okay.
We're all eating together.
Joe, please.
I just wanted to add some laughter. I would not like taste buds.
Hey, Doris,
Finest mama.
I'm going to talk to you off camera.
Okay,
Because there are certain
that sounds
things-
mature. Yeah, that sounds mature.
I don't want to. There are certain things about me. I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't know about anybody, but there are certain things, and that Ife, let me call him my name, the name I know him as, knows about the consequences of anger. I swear, I'm the one suffering it. I'm the one suffering it. I'm gonna be honest. Off camera, I'm going to explain certain things to you. I will explain it step by step. to where I am now.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I don't know this person you're talking about, right? With due respect, but you will not get any apology. I'm sorry. First time I heard you, I watched. You cried from you're crying from your soul. Even your spirit is vexed.
Okay.
It's not good for you. A lot of times when we forgive people, or when we let it go, not because of them, because of us. And I am a typical. When I explain it to you, and I think God is putting me through what He's putting me through, so that I'll be able to support other people based on my experience. Apart from the psychological implications, you have not slept.
Okay.
There's a thin line between sanity and insanity. Very thin. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep will make you sick. Lack of sleep causes cancer. Please go and research this thing I'm telling you. Lack of sleep causes psychosis.
Oh yeah, but again, that's if it's subsequent for a longer period, right?
It causes gastric disorders. If you eat now, you will vomit.
Really?
If you attempt to, I'm sure when you're drinking water, you act as if you're choking, because all your veins and your nerves and arteries, blood arteries, are all tightened. I always say one thing in my clinic: the mind is the heaviest part of the body, yet it's the most invisible. Nobody can see the mind, but it is heavy. It's heavier than your head. It's heavier than your body. Right? Now, what you're doing to yourself, you're poisoning yourself, thinking that the other person will die.
No. Well, that's a fair point.
Bye.
Okay, we'll buy. Sorry. No, it's not going to happen. You're from Abia State. Sibu one name wine. You wake it that jaw. Gwagi her name. You wake it that. You get really. You are not married to this guy now.
Exactly, right? I still don't understand the entitlement, right? You should be smart for you to know that, number one, you already have your own history. Again, if you'll be going or actually making out with someone else, you should know that, you know, it's a risk. It's a 50-50. You don't have anything solid. So all these tantrums and all this stuff that you're just doing here, it's just what this one that is recording everything. Nothing is from the get-go.
There are people like us who know, and they are showing you Pepe. So Biko, I swear to God. These are times when I argue with Daddy Freeze about certain things about life. Like we were talking yesterday in church, and before you went on you went to preach. People will do all sorts, and it is the good people that die early. I don't believe that nonsense that they are too good for this world. That's why they left, so that the world will not corrupt them. Nonsense.
Oh, so what do you believe?
The good people die early because they internalize a lot. They don't want to fight. They don't want trouble. Let me just take it. Let me just be enduring. You know, they work. The kind of anger you have, your enemy can finally sleep and not get up. You have overworked your heart. You have overworked your emotion. You have overworked your body. Hi. Off camera, I will talk to you.
Yeah, I think it's better
You
that
have
way.
overworked
Okay.
yourself.
We got
They
2
say
minutes
anger
more.
is like cancer. It eats you up like cancer. And you're the only person that can heal yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. Everybody, we love her. We Kiniko. Let me tell you the naked truth, if I have to put it that way. Do you understand? People will come and fight that you didn't serve us chicken. We were sitting over there. We are in this guild. We were together. You didn't give us food. I swear. People
Okay.
will come and argue that they did not give them drink over the burial of a young person. They don't care. They will wear their stiletto. They will wear. If I don't know if spirits can see, when you see where they are taking pictures and smiling here and saying this is a Kiniko's burial, we were outside. That's the life. Oh, you see this race that we are in, so nobody apart from your mother wants to see you win.
Okay, so that was that with respect to Daddy Freeze and Doris Ogala, and yeah, I was at 1 hour
Okay,
14
you
minutes
called-
at this point, and let me see what people say. I'm grateful to God that I see men of God as human, just like me, and some are even diabolic. I just pity people who won't focus on knowing God for themselves, but rather be jumping from church to church. Yeah, please, women, be careful. Please be careful with their body. You have to tell them. You see, you're pastor of the end times. Yeah, it's just crazy. These pastors get no shame. I mean, a lot of people are commenting and all that. Almost 70K views for that. And yeah, that was it. Oh, it actually did have a 3 hour 25 minutes chart. That was 1 day ago. And yeah, that's that about that. I'm not gonna listen to that. It is what it is. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please, if you've not subscribed, please do help subscribe to this channel. Thanks for the like, thanks for the share, thanks for the contribution. I really do appreciate. There are other things politics related, because we do cover basically politics and things that are going on even in Nigeria as our focus and things around the world. We'll definitely be getting to that possibly sometimes later in the day or tomorrow. So this is where we are. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate. Thanks, Canary King. I really appreciate. Everybody have a good one. Hi, okay. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate. Please, if you've not subscribed, please do help subscribe.